a little introduction about it. Now we'll be getting inside another module that is called enumeration. Have you ever heard of enumeration? It is nothing but advanced information gathering. Okay, it's like advanced than Nmap. So in Nmap, you got open port information, right? In Nmap, you got open port information. So in enumeration, you are going to use that open ports and get more information. Got it? You are going to utilize those open ports and get more information about your target. That is advanced information gathering, enumeration. So how enumeration is done? You need sniffing for this. Okay, but yeah, anyways, enumeration, how is it done? So usually protocols we can use to collect unauthorized information is unauthorized information. When I say, what kind of unauthorized information is it? What kind of unauthorized information am I talking about? So unauthorized information like routing info, SNMP, info, DNS info, machine names, which are our target machines which are in our network. What are their names and all? Machine names, user info, groups info, network info. All this information you'll be able to gather using that ports, open ports. So there are certain protocols or certain services are only vulnerable for this enumeration. So it's not that you get thousands of open ports and all 1,000 ports or 1,000 services are vulnerable for enumeration. No, there are only some certain protocols which are vulnerable for enumeration. Okay, and remember, enumeration can be done inside LAN, that is inside network. It can be only done inside LAN. Okay, it can be done only inside LAN. Now, what protocols are vulnerable? Protocols vulnerable for enumeration are, it is very dangerous. Only when you are working for companies, you have to do this. Okay, protocols which are vulnerable for enumeration. One is DNS zone transfer. We have DNS query. 1 second, I'll take a screenshot, which I already have. So DNS zone transfer, DNS query, SNMP trap, Microsoft RPC, all these are vulnerable for the enumeration. One minute, guys. Yes. Yeah, correct. Okay. So guys, if you see DNS zone transfer, TCP 53, that is DNS query, UDP 53, SNMP, UDP 6161, SNMP trap, that is TCP or UDP 162 port, and Microsoft RPC endpoint mapper, that is TCP or UDP 135, LDAP, NBNS, Global Catalog Services, NetBIOS, SMTP. So if you find any of these services when you do scanning, and if you find any of these services, you can do in-depth enumeration on it, in-depth information gathering you can do. Okay, is this clear, guys? So how to utilize this open ports? So even if you find this open ports, how to do this enumeration gathering? What is there any tool to do that? Yes, there are. There are tools to do that. Especially one best tool to do enumeration is Metasploit framework. Metasploit framework. Okay. So do you guys know what Metasploit framework is? Anyone? Just heard it. Okay. So I'll tell you, Metasploit framework is one of the best tools like Nmap, Wireshark. Metasploit framework is an amazing one, best tool. In fact, to tell you, Metasploit, usually any cybersecurity professional use Metasploit a lot. Okay, this framework. Why? Because it has all exploits available in it. Okay, and it keeps on updating. That is new types of attacks which come into market. It will get updated in this framework. Okay, so anyways, if you see there are 7 modules in it, but 6 are important modules. Okay, in Metasploit framework, these 6 modules are very important. Exploits, auxiliaries, post, encoders, no-ops, payloads. So don't get confused with Metasploitable machine and Metasploit framework. They both are different. That is operating system and this is a tool. This is a framework. Both are different. Okay, you can confused with maybe 70% or 80% of the name might be matching, but that is this is Metasploitable 2 machine operating system. Okay, so don't get confused. So Metasploit framework is pre-installed in our Kali Linux. It is pre-installed in our Kali Linux. So basically, for anyone to go through Metasploit options itself, it will take them few months together to properly go through what options are there in Metasploit. It will take few months together. Can you imagine how much big that tool is? How much big this tool is? And it is freely available for us, open source, freely available for us. Very big tool. So how to do research on that? Obviously, we can't spend months together just on one tool, right? We can't spend it. So for you guys, how to do research on that? If I tell you, at least you can explore it. Okay. So if you want to do research on any tool, first get inside that tool. Okay. First, try to get inside that tool. Get inside the file path of that tool. Okay. You know where the file path of the tools are? Anyone? In Linux, what is the file path for tools? For any tool, where the file path is. Anyone? No idea? No? You guys didn't use Linux at any time in your college till now? Haven't used it? User share folder is the file. That's the path where you'll find user share folder. So you can say cd slash user usr it is. Okay, share and the tool name Metasploit. If it is nmap, you can say nmap. If you want to see nmap, you can say nmap. Okay, anything. Okay, so you can get inside nmap tool and explore it, like what modules or what folders are there in it. If you want to explore Metasploit framework, you can say Metasploit framework, click enter and say ls. Okay, ls means it will list all the files. ls, okay, listing all the files. And are you able to see here, this blue color things are all folders, right? Blue ones are folders, green ones are interfaces, green ones are interfaces, which are executable file, executable ones. And coming to white ones, they are all normal files. Okay, they are normal files. So now our main important interfaces are MSF console and MSF Venom. Okay, MSF Venom and MSF console are the two important things for us. Okay, they are two important interfaces for us. So if you ask me, sir, what is MSF Venom or what is MSF console? So let's start with MSF console. So MSF console is the most popular interface of all entire interfaces. MSF console is the most popular because MSF console is most popular interface because it has all options embedded in it. So whatever options are there in the entire Metasploit framework, everything is there in one particular point, that is in MSF console. How to use this MSF console? Simple. When you open terminal, okay, if you type the interface name directly, MSF console, okay, click enter, you'll be getting inside the MSF console. If you type MSF Venom, so you can create multiple shell files. You can create shell. That is a backdoor PHP file or any file you can create. So can you see this, guys? All modules which are there, exploits, auxiliaries, post, payloads, encoders, no-ops, evasions, everything is available in here. Can you see exploits, auxiliaries, all those things are available in MSF console. Okay, so MSF console is a popular interface of Metasploit framework. It provides all-in-one centralized access or centralized controls and allows you to efficiently access to all options available in Metasploit framework. Clear for everyone till here? Did you get an idea? Did you understand it? So we'll be dealing with MSF console for Android hacking, for system hacking, for a lot of things. We'll be, using MSF console because it is having thousands of exploits in here, auxiliaries, exploits, and all. Okay, understood, guys? Yes or no? Didn't understand? I'm not able to see much yeses. Like bit confusing. Okay. Okay, so if it is confusing, you can definitely tell me. I can understand as this is a, it's a big tool. So obviously it is, little bit confusing though. I'll tell you. So that is why you have to explore it. So first, MSF console, MSF Venom, keep it in mind. So these two interfaces are very important. So whatever options are there in MSF, in this framework, in this entire Metasploit framework, you'll find it in MSF console. And coming to MSF Venom, what is this used for? This interface is a command line instance for Metasploit that is used to generate output of all various types of shell. Do you know what shell is? What is shell code? So usually shell codes, we use it in order to get reverse connection, backdoor access to victim, or reverse connection from victim, wherein we can remotely execute commands. For example, I'll create a PHP file or some exe file, okay, and I'll send it to you. That's a malware, you can say. So when you install that application in my system, I'll get backdoor access to your system, wherein I can remotely create, delete, download any files I want in your system. Did you get a did you get some clarity what shell code is? So using MSF Venom, we can create those PHP files or exe files or anything wherein we can send it to victim and get the backdoor access or reverse shell we call. Okay. Is that fine, everyone? Yes or no? Yes. Now, if you want to understand about MSF console more, so let's get inside the modules. Okay, as you can see, MSF console consists of all these modules, right? So first explore it manually. How? Say cd space modules. Okay, cd space modules. Say ls now. List all the files. So can you see these modules? Auxiliaries, encoders, evasions, exploits, payloads. Okay, you are able to see here in folders, right? But usually if you type MSF console, you'll be able to see them in directly in here like this. Unlike folders separately, you'll be able to see it in the console. Okay. But yeah, so if you see auxiliaries, encoders, evasions, exploits, no ops and all, so you might be in a confusion. So what is auxiliaries or what is encoders or anything? So let's start with exploits. Okay. So guys, you know that you'll be getting application updates or software updates for Android or iOS or application updates like any WhatsApp or Facebook, they update. So what do you see? What is new in that update? What will be the new update? Some bug fixes, right? Mostly security patches, bug fixes and all. Means there is some vulnerability in previous version of that application. Yes or no? If they are giving security patch or bug fix, that means in previous version of that application, there is some bug or there is some security issues in that application. That is the reason why they are giving a patch, right? So what happens is, in order to exploit that vulnerability, that bug in that older versions of applications, whatever vulnerability is there, whatever security issues are there, in order to exploit those security issues, those exploits are available in this exploits. Got it? That is the reason why they continuously update. They update. See here we are having 2000 plus exploits. So all Windows related exploits or all iOS or Android related exploits and all, you'll be finding it in this exploits. Okay. Did you understand about exploit? If you want to see, you can say cd space exploits, get inside it, say ls, and you'll be able to see Apple iOS, Android, BSD, Linux, Solaris, OS X, that is Mac, Unix, Windows, all operating system exploits are available in this particular module. Okay, in exploits module. Did you understand what exploits are now, everyone? So the exploits, where we can use those exploits and we can we can actually hack whoever is using older versions of those applications. Okay, any company, if they're using older version of any technology, I can use exploit and I can find out, okay, this for this older version they are using, I am having an exploit available in Metasploit. So let me use that exploit and take take backdoor access or so of that company. They can take, hackers can take it. So anyways, exploits are there. And we are having many things, auxiliaries. So auxiliaries they are just scanners. Okay, they can perform scanning on target. Sometimes auxiliary modules are also used for brute forcing For brute forcing also we use auxiliary modules sometimes. Okay, and coming to encoders. So encoders are used in order to bypass antivirus. In order to bypass antivirus, we use encoders. So any payload we build, we encode them. So wherein we can bypass the antivirus. Okay. And now post. When it comes to post is nothing but post exploitation. After getting the access of your target, after getting the backdoor access of your target. So what is next? What are the post exploitations? Okay. What information are you going to gather after getting access to your victim? So post exploitation that comes under. So that is post module. Okay, like that. No ops means no operations. It will skip operations. Payloads means payload, you know, right? It's a malicious code which we built in order to bypass, right? So payloads, in payloads we are having three things. Okay, in payloads we have three things like singles, stagers, stagers. See? Payloads. So if you see in payloads, we are having singles, stagers, stages. So what do you mean by singles? Singles is nothing but one payload getting executed. Okay, singles is nothing but one payload will get executed. Stagers is nothing but one payload executing another payload. One payload executing another payload is stagers. Stagers means one multiple payloads executing multiple payloads. Okay, so it's like small, medium, large. Understood, guys? Everyone? These modules. That is what these modules are. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I hope you got little understanding over Metasploit. Now what I'll be doing is I'll be telling you about NetBIOS enumeration first. Okay, I'll be telling you about NetBIOS enumeration. I'll start off with NetBIOS enumeration.